Hey guys, welcome to my channel Trading with Jay. This video will be the next part of the portfolio video that we saw for an emerging market. In this video, we will check my portfolio for the US, UK and Europe, which I have chosen as an example of developed countries to invest in. So, stay tuned. Before we start, just like the previous video, I have to give the usual warning. Do not just copy the stocks I will show you. The research should be your own and no investment should be made without any research. So to start with, let me tell you that I have used the same principles of buying on dips to make this portfolio. If you are not aware on buying on dips, please take the video for the emerging market portfolio. So to start with, there are some more things you should know about buying on dips. There might be a case where you are struggling to get an entry point in a stock because you are waiting for the dip to happen. However, as soon as you buy, this dip turned out to be a big fall. Now, this fall might be due to some unforeseen reasons, like sudden bad news about the company, or maybe just bad timing. Well, this is common when it comes to the stock market and happens to the best of the stocks. So, what do you do in this situation? Well, at this point, you would see a loss in your investment, but you have entered this investment keeping long term in the perspective, and that's why you should not be worried of such momentary losses. So, what do you do now? The value of the stock is currently even less than what you wanted it to be. Provided your research is still intact and the stock still has a future scope, you should just follow the principle that we have been following till now, buying on dips. So now let's check the Trading212 app. This Trading212 platform is available for people who are based in the UK or Europe, and you can invest in almost anywhere in the world. As you can see, this is my Trading212 app here, and there are a lot of watch lists that you can put stocks in which you want to track. And some of them are by default, but you can also create your own watch lists. So this is my Trading212 portfolio value. It's around 10,000 euros. So the link to this platform will be given in the description of this video, and if you use it, you can get a free share. As I was saying before, I've created this portfolio using the same principle of buying on dips. So I have not put all the money at once, but rather bought at different time intervals. I have around 4 to 5% of returns on my portfolio. As you can see, this is less as compared to the returns that I got from an emerging market portfolio. But if you compare this to, say, the interest I would get if I put the same amount in a European bank account, I think it's the best choice. If I put the same amount of money in a UK or a Europe bank account, I basically end up losing money because I don't get any interest whatsoever. Rather, I have to pay charges to keep my account activated. So 4 to 5% returns on these investments for me are quite good. Also keep in mind that these returns are on a duration of, as you can see, 3 months. And some of the investments in this portfolio I will change. Well, some of them I will keep and I'll invest more in them. Idea is to keep some stocks for at least 10 to 15 years. As I told, my background is in Internet of Things. In an introduction video I uploaded a few weeks ago, and that's why you can see that most of my investments are in tech companies. So, Advanced Micro Devices (AMD) is in the semiconductor industry. They manufacture chips for consumer devices like laptops or even data servers. The next investment that quite a significant one is in ADN NV. It's a Dutch company which is focused on payment processing platform. So it's basically in fintech. Alfin Bahir is another Netherlands-based company that focuses on setting up of power distribution infrastructure as well as electric charging distribution network. American Airlines, as you can see, it's something that I did not buy. It's few of the free shares that I got. The next one is Apple, and I don't think I have to give any introduction for that. I think everyone is pretty aware of what Apple is, and I think it's kind of a must-have investment, which I see in almost every portfolio. Then the next significant investment that I have done is in ASML. It's also a Netherlands headquartered company, but the good part I like about ASML is that the company produces machines that are used to make chips. So some of the big customers that ASML has is like Intel, Samsung, TSMC, and these are like big chip manufacturers out there. So you can see two ASML holdings is because one of them is a Nasdaq listed stock, so it's in dollars, and the other is listed in the euro. The next one in the portfolio is AstraZeneca. AstraZeneca, I think you must have heard this word at least once during this last 2 or 3 months because it's the one that is working on the COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope they succeed. And then it's the AT&T, it's a carrier in the US. Coca-Cola again does not need any introduction. Then it's a ING Group. It's a bank headquarters in the Netherlands. So next we have this iShares Global Clean Energy ETF. So it's a exchange traded fund, which in simple words, it's a group of companies bunched together. So the companies that are dealing with clean energies in one way or the other are in this ETF. And that's why I chose to invest in this because it's something that I care about. Next one is another ETF. It's the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is an index in the US which is again highly focused on tech companies and also something that I like to invest in. The next one is again a big one. It's Microsoft. Again, does not need an introduction. Everyone knows what Microsoft is. Then the next one is NIO. NIO is an electric car manufacturer and is a stock I chose over Tesla because I do believe in fundamental analysis and the numbers for Tesla just didn't make sense for me. Next is the Royal Dutch Shell. It's a free stock. I did not buy this one. Then the next one is the Taiwan Semiconductor. So this is a Taiwan headquartered company. I've been to Taiwan and I've also visited the campus where Taiwan Semiconductor is located along with other chip manufacturers. And it's a huge ecosystem there. And with the current tension between US and China, and also with a lot of countries wanted to move production out of China, they are considering Taiwan quite seriously. And these companies should, in the long run, get benefited by this move. And then the next one is Under Armour, which is again a free stock. I did not buy this one. Unilever. It's a very big group that is focused on FMCG market, which is the fast moving consumer goods. And this is a UK based stock for that company. The next one is a Visa, which is also in the financial segment. It's a payment provider, and this is also a US based company. The next one I have is Volkswagen, another company that I strongly believe in because of the sheer number of cars that they sell every year. It's definitely going to be a game changer when Volkswagen comes to the market with electric cars. The next one is Walt Disney. Yeah, it's another great stock based in US. The stock was currently hit hard because of Corona, because they had to close a lot of their famous theme parks, Disneyland, and recently some of them have. And the good part is they're also coming up with their own TV streaming services, like in the competition of Netflix, HBO, that is the Disney Plus, and again, that's why this is a stock for the future. Now let's take Microsoft and see how it looks like in this platform. Here you can see the Microsoft stock and its value at this point is $208. It's dollars because it's listed in the US stock market. And you can see it's quite easy to use app. You can just sell and buy a stock. So if I show you this 1 year timeline for the graph, the drop here for $137 you can see is this big drop because of Corona, and the stock has already recovered from this drop and is already trading higher than what it was before Corona. So yes, tech stocks are being pumped a lot in the US. So there is also this scare of a stock being overbought, and this worry is lingering in the stock markets. So now here you can see the investment I've made, 6 shares, and the total price in euros is because I'm paying in euros, and I buy stocks in dollars. And the good part of Trading212 is you also get the company details here. What is Microsoft, the CEO, which sector is it, and then the most important things that I usually talk to you about is the fundamental analysis, the research. And this is a good example of some of the key points that you should consider before investing in a company is reading these key ratios that you can see here. All of them are important. I won't talk in details about any one of them at this point, but you have to look into this before deciding or judging a company if it's worth it to invest money in it. So you see the market cap is around 1.6 trillion. It's huge, and there are other fundamentals like P/E ratio, revenue, EPS, and there are even more ratios. So if you click all ratios here, you can see there is a lot of financial information that is available for you, and you should use it to make your decision. It's given for a reason. And there is also this financial summary of quarterly results and their annual revenue, income, liabilities, assets, cash flow, and you can see a lot of information. So this is how the typical stock looks like in Trading 212. So this was an overview of my portfolio in the US, UK, and Europe. And there would be some of investments that I would remove from this portfolio. So do keep in mind, and also keep in mind that I am not putting all my savings in stocks because it's risky. Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time, and don't stop investing.